When it comes to attraction, lust carries a unique intensity that goes far beyond casual friendliness or polite behavior. It is raw, magnetic, and often difficult to disguise, even when someone tries to keep it hidden. Many men fail to notice these signals because they misinterpret them as simple kindness or attention. But when a woman is lusting after you, her body, tone, and energy reveal truths that her words may never admit. Understanding these hidden signals is the difference between overlooking a genuine opportunity and realizing that the chemistry is already simmering between you. The first sign, and perhaps the most powerful, lies in her eyes. Eye contact is one of the most primal indicators of desire. In normal situations, people only hold eye contact for 2 to 3 seconds before looking away. But when a woman feels physical attraction, her gaze lingers. She doesn't just glance at you, she studies you, allowing her eyes to remain locked on yours longer than usual. Often, her gaze travels beyond your eyes, pausing at your lips or chest, or scanning your face as though memorizing the details. This is not casual attention. It is an unconscious act of soaking in what she finds appealing. Pupils may dilate in the process, a biological reflex that happens when the brain registers attraction. If you catch her staring more often than seems normal, and if her eyes seem to sparkle or widen slightly whenever you make eye contact, that is one of the strongest signs she is lusting after you. Another hidden clue reveals itself in the way her body positions itself around you. Human beings rarely pay attention to how much posture gives away. When a woman feels drawn toward you physically, her entire body angles toward you unconsciously. If she is seated in a group, her knees, torso, and shoulders often align with you, even if the conversation is not directly involving her. She leans closer when you speak, lowers her voice so only you can hear, or reduces the distance between you with small, consistent movements. Pay attention to barriers. If she moves her bag aside, uncrosses her arms, or shifts objects out of the way when you approach, she is physically signaling openness. Lust creates a magnetic pull that her body struggles to hide, and this is why body orientation remains one of the most revealing cues. Perhaps one of the most seductive signs comes in the form of self-touching. While it might not seem obvious at first, women who are physically attracted often touch themselves more when in the presence of the man they desire. This does not mean anything overtly explicit. It could be the simple act of running fingers through her hair, lightly touching her lips, stroking her neck, or adjusting her clothing more than usual. These gestures draw attention to vulnerable or sensual areas of the body, and psychologists recognize them as subconscious mating signals. A woman twirling her hair is not just being playful. She's exposing the delicate curve of her neck. A woman biting or touching her lips is inviting your eyes to focus there. If you notice her playing with jewelry, stroking her wrist, or smoothing her thigh when you're nearby, it is her subconscious amplifying her sensuality. Lust also seeps into her voice. Numerous studies have shown that women instinctively change their vocal tone when speaking to a man they find attractive. Often, their voices become softer, more melodic, or slightly huskier, adding intimacy to the conversation. Listen closely to how her voice sounds when she speaks to others compared to when she speaks to you. If it is smoother, slower, or carries a teasing edge, that's not accidental. It is her body's way of signaling her interest. She might laugh more easily, let her voice linger on your name, or lower her tone when sharing something meant only for you. Words can hide desire, but the music of the voice almost never lies. Physical touch, however, is the most undeniable sign of lust. A woman who is drawn to you will find reasons, sometimes small and seemingly innocent, to make contact. She may brush your arm while laughing, bump into you accidentally, or fix something on your clothing. While a single touch might be dismissed as friendliness, repeated or lingering contact carries a much deeper message. Lust expresses itself through escalation. The more she desires closeness, the more opportunities she finds to bridge the physical gap. Notice if her hand rests on your shoulder a fraction longer than necessary, or if she touches you again and again during one interaction. These touches are gateways, testing how receptive you are to intimacy. Another powerful but subtle indicator is mirroring. Human beings unconsciously mimic those they feel connected to, but lust intensifies this phenomenon. When a woman is deeply attracted, she imitates your gestures, posture, and sometimes even your speech rhythm. If you cross your arms and moments later she does the same, or if you lean back and she follows, her body is aligning itself with yours. Mirroring is not random. It's an instinctive attempt to establish harmony and deepen connection. In the context of lust, it suggests she's not only mentally tuned into you, but also physically syncing with you. This synchronization is a silent dance of attraction. Conversations themselves often carry signals of desire. A woman who lusts after you does not keep discussions limited to surface-level topics. Instead, she sprinkles suggestive hints, playful teasing, or double meanings into her words. She may bring up relationships, joke about intimacy, or test the waters with flirtatious remarks. Sometimes she will deliberately ask about the type of women you like, subtly comparing herself to that standard. Other times, she will insert innuendos that could be interpreted innocently, but clearly carry a second layer of meaning. If you find her steering conversations into intimate territories far more often than she does with others, this is not coincidence. It is desire trying to express itself through language. Beyond words and gestures, there's an unmistakable shift in energy when a woman is lusting after you. You will notice that her mood changes when you enter the room. She may become more animated, laughing louder, engaging more energetically, or competing playfully for your attention. On the other hand, some women channel their lust into nervousness, appearing shy, fidgety, or overly focused because they are overwhelmed by desire. Either way, the defining factor is contrast. If she seems different, more alive, more excited, or more self-conscious, specifically when you are around, it is her subconscious reacting to your presence. Lust is not just about the body. It alters the entire emotional energy of a person. Finally, lust tends to unravel composure. You may notice her blushing when you hold eye contact, stumbling over her words, or biting her lip nervously. She might fiddle with objects in her hands, adjust her clothing repeatedly, or giggle at unexpected times. These are not random quirks. They are the result of adrenaline and dopamine flooding her system, the very chemicals of desire. If she is calm and collected with others, but suddenly flustered around you, yet still seeks your presence, this is a clear giveaway. Lust is not polite. It is disruptive, and it makes even confident women reveal cracks in their self-control.